Hello, hello, hello. My name is Phyllis Y. Whitley. And if you have been spiritually victimized or traumatized, welcome to Spiritology Live, where I bring my #1 Amazon bestseller book to life. Each episode will be a raw, spiritual, metaphysical, holistic space of consciousness for self healing. As you learn how to break your religious shackles so you can master and manifest your promised land within today. Let's go. Well, I had to stop it. I had to get back on. And I just wanted to start back over and say, we had a good time. I know some people had actually talked to me about the last few episodes. If you haven't heard it, please go back in and listen to all of my episodes. Congratulations to those who started in 2022 like me. Now, we talked about the illusion. We talked about the illusion in the church. We talked about really where you find this religious shackle seed. The media, churches, unfortunately, in school. These are seeds that gravitate to the young kids. Why? Because they want you to grow up messed up from the floor up. And when I say they, who is it? It's not the devil that they tell you in the church. Because if you've seen the red horn devil, please let me know. And a lot of emphasis is put on that. The devil, we will talk about that in the future. You will be surprised what you're going to hear from me, the truth. Because you got a masses that are so many certain people and type of people was not allowed to go to that have been going on for centuries. And this is the mystics who have been speaking to the masses. And some of them were speaking to them in the church or the hotels. We have a couple of them we can just name. Napoleon Hill, Neville Goddard, Florence Shen, and going on and on and on. Catherine Ponders already had her own church. So what I'm saying to you is, then you have the church. You have the religious Christianity church that literally, in other churches that literally have this religious seed that they can't turn to the right and they can't turn to the left. And this religious seed is destroying them, their family, is destroying other people. As I said last time, because they think that you're going to go to the promised land once you commit a murder or kill so many people. Remember 9/11? And then you're going to die, and I guess you're going to look up and you're going to see who you think your God is. So basically, we covered that, and I want to literally dive deeper, but I'm going to name this one, Beware of False Religious Narcissist People. Now, it might now, by the time I finish this podcast, it may be changed a little bit. But we're going to look at it and say, what do that got to do with anything else? Narcissist seed. You can stay tuned, because even if you've been in a relationship, when most people think about that word, they think about, oh, that's a relationship. Oh, my boyfriend or my girlfriend had that seed. I'm going to give you some enlightenment on this, so you don't want to miss it. But also that same seed can be in your family members, co-workers. Please turn the volume up and make sure nobody's around you. First of all, we are going to look at, what is a narcissist? Everybody got all kind of meanings. Some of them, when you think of a narcissist person, you have your ex name right there. According to the dictionary, is an overly self-involved person who is often vain and selfish. What do I call it? I call it the religious shackle seed. Now, if that person, you may ask, well, my ex or the people that have hurted me the most, they really didn't know religion. Well, then you was blessed, because those who know religion, those who were in the church or spiritual leaders or spiritual members, they can really hurt you. Because as I said before, you think that they the next best thing to Jesus. And you value their opinion. So if they don't think you're worth nothing, you think, well, God don't think I'm worth nothing. But see, what we're going to talk about is this seed. This seed, and I say religions because that's what I really deal with. I deal with the pain of those people who lost their voice, really because they really valued the opinion of their spiritual leaders, who I might say or add that they had a narcissist seed. Number one, let's look at some of the signs. And you probably can put this together with relationship. They believe in the outside God. You ask, what is that? People who worship a rock. People who make statues that man made with their hands and call that a god. Call it a god. That's an outside God. People who worship an entertainer, a rock star. Don't get me wrong. You can love somebody. You can be a fanatic, a fan fanatic. But you know, it's another thing where you just quit your job and you just travel with certain entertainers because that's your whole life. That's your whole breath. And people are doing it. Y'all think that this is something lightly. No, people are doing it. Sleeping. You know, when that particular entertainer come to town, rock star, they sleep on the street or they sleep, you know. I have nothing against if you have somebody you love. But some of these people are wealthy and they don't have to go to a 9-to-5 job, so they go ahead and chase these people around. You got some people out there that literally entertain us, like the great Michael Jackson. See how he went to certain places and countries and the people was fainting. They was falling out. They just wanted to touch him. Look at Elvis Presley. Look how many people, literally, when he died, to this day, they still say Elvis is in the building. Even though you think they say he left the building, they mean that he is in the building. You know how many people, I remember I was young, and I remember he died somewhere around my birthday in August, and he literally, after his death, so many people got plastic surgery to look like him. They have no identity. They had no identity. And what happens is you want to become like somebody else. That means you don't know who you are. And it's usually because you don't know who the creator is. Now, if I sound religious to you, no, I'm not trying to sound religious. I consider myself a spiritual sorrowing person because I believe in the highest supreme God. I believe in the nature, that everything. I believe all of this stuff around us is from our creator. And I believe in getting in touch and understanding the creator. God is a spirit, and I'm talking about your spiritual side. So this is why I come out and I tell y'all some of the truth that some of y'all just say, I just don't understand it. Because the church don't teach you about your spirit. But they will teach you all day long about the devil.